Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Giordano. So today in Writer's Workshop, we are going to be doing choosing the right settings for our fairy tale stories. And this is going to be a 2-day thing. Okay, so I'm going to explain that further on. But we are going to use this same PowerPoint for 2 days. Okay, so last time we talked about the characteristics of fairy tales. And I just want to go over some of those with you. Elements of a fairy tale. We know that fairy tales start with once upon a time, that there's good versus evil, that there's royalty, that it teaches us lessons, that there's often magic. We often will see the numbers 3 or 7, that we know that it takes place in a far, far imaginary land, and that usually all fairy tales end happily ever after. So today we are going to be focusing on the setting of a fairy tale. Okay, we know that a setting is the place and the time in the story. So once upon a time in a far, far away land. Okay, when we say the setting, right, it is the place where the story happened and the time when it happened. We already know that fairy tale stories happened long, long ago or in a far, far imaginary land. And we know that there is a make-believe place and time, okay? And like in any other stories, fairy tales can have more than one setting. So we know that there might be royalty places like castles and kingdoms and palaces, or maybe there's magical places like enchanted woods or forests or things under the sea. So in our fairy tales that we are going to be creating, you're going to have more than one setting. And you will be having one setting for your hero or heroine, and you will be having one setting for your villain. So today we are just going to be focusing on a setting for our hero slash heroine. And then tomorrow we're going to focus on picking a place for our villain and where they might choose to live. Okay, so if I decide, these are just some settings that you could pick for your fairy tales. You could maybe have it be in a palace, or maybe it's taking place also in a cave, or in a mountain, or in the sky, or in the woods. These are all different places that you could have your hero and your villain take place, where their places could be, their settings in the story. So today, if I want to show you what I picked for my hero slash heroine, where they live, and I picked a castle. Okay, that's where my character is going to be. Okay, now for tomorrow, when I focus on my character for tomorrow, for my villain, I'm going to say that he or she lives in an old scary house. Okay, so I'm going to focus on today, okay, on the hero, and then tomorrow I'm going to focus on the villain. So these are just some descriptive language that you will be using in the next 2 days. So on Wednesday, you're going to be thinking about your hero and your how you would describe their place. So if I picked a castle for my character, I might say that it's grand and it is beautiful. It is glamorous. It is, warm. All these different things I'm picking for my hero and where they live today. Now, on Thursday, you're going to focus on your villain. So I picked an old house. So I'm going to say that maybe it's creepy when I'm describing it, or it's dark and haunted, or maybe it's wicked, or it's strange. These are just descriptive language to help you today and tomorrow when you are picking a place for your villain and for your hero slash heroine. Okay, so you're going to use some descriptive language when you're describing that. And then you're going to give me a few sentences that describe what you are talking about. So down, let me switch to the next slide. So today on Seesaw, you're going to find, for Wednesday, just this paper for the hero/heroine. And you are going to write and draw the place where the hero lives, and then write a word. There's a few boxes to describe the place where your hero is going to live. And then lastly, I want you to give me a few sentences describing where that place is. If you're looking at it, what does it look like? Give me complete sentences describing that. Then on Thursday, you are going to be writing and drawing a place where your villain lives. And then you're going to write some describing words that describe what their place looks like. And then lastly, you're going to write about the place on the space that's provided. Now, I'm going to ask you that if you could brainstorm your ideas in your writer's notebooks first. Okay, just like we do always in Writer's Workshop, we get down our ideas in our notebooks and then we can put them into our final place. Okay, so we're going to do that over 2 days. So Wednesday is going to be about your hero, and then on Thursday you're going to think about a setting for your villain. Okay, so remember, today and tomorrow we are focusing on the setting of a fairy tale. And when we say a setting, it is the place where the story happened and the time when it happened. Remember, you can go back into the slides and rewind this video if you need any help with describing words or anything when you're doing the activity today and tomorrow. Okay, boys and girls, we can't wait to see where your hero and villains are going to live. Have fun.